When the bride's bouquet landed gently in my arms at my best friend's wedding, the guests all turned their eyes expectantly to my boyfriend of 8 years. Everyone assumed that a long overdue proposal would finally happen right then and there, but Ethan just calmly took the bouquet right out of my hands and casually passed it to the girl standing next to me, his personal secretary, Chloe Bennett. "She got it first," he said, reaching out to ruffle my hair. His tone was so gentle it bordered on dismissive. "Be a good girl and let Chloe have it. We'll just wait for the next one." The eyes of the entire room, along with the spotlight from the stage, instantly followed the flowers and landed squarely on Chloe. She lowered her eyes slightly, looking startled and a bit shy, effortlessly becoming the center of attention. Watching this unfold, I gently rested my fingertips on my lower stomach and forced a smile that felt incredibly bitter even to me. Ethan would never know that. For me, there wouldn't be a next time. We'd been together for 8 years, always hovering just outside the doors of marriage, but I had already made a promise to my royal parents back in Monrovia. I was flying home next week to inherit my family title and everything that came with it, and the little life quietly growing inside me wasn't going to wait around for a promise he'd never keep either. The moment Chloe took the flowers, the smile vanished completely from Haley's face. She was even more upset than I was. Leaning in close, she dropped her voice, though her anger was obvious. "That Chloe did that on purpose. I made a point to tell everyone before the wedding that the bouquet was meant for you. She's clearly just trying to steal your thunder." I gently patted the back of her hand, stopping her short. "Haley, today is your big day. Don't let something this petty ruin your mood." "But you've waited 8 whole years to marry Ethan," she urged, squeezing her hand tightly, her voice full of frustration. "Especially now that you're pregnant with his baby. If you guys don't set a date soon, what are people going to think? It's fine." I turned my head calmly, my gaze falling on Ethan not too far away. Chloe was sitting comfortably beside him, holding the bouquet. The physical distance between them had already crossed the line of a normal boss-secretary relationship. Most of the guests here were mutual acquaintances. The looks they were giving me right now were a mix of curiosity, regret, and undisguised pity. Haley was still fuming, lowering her voice to warn me. "Skylar, I actually looked into Chloe. She's a manipulative gold digger who's obsessed with hooking a rich guy. She's been doing everything she can to get close to Ethan these past few months. You really can't let your guard down. You're the most beautiful bride today. Don't let me distract you," I said, squeezing her hand back with a faint smile. My tone was so calm it didn't even sound like I was talking about my own life. Besides, I don't plan on marrying Ethan anymore anyway. I still haven't even told him I'm pregnant. That took her completely by surprise. Haley's eyes widened, and she stared at me in pure disbelief, unable to speak for a long moment. After a long silence, remembering that her wedding was still underway, she forced down her shock and went back to playing the radiant bride. After the ceremony wrapped up, Haley gave me a tight hug. Her voice was firm. "Skylar, no matter what you decide to do, I'm on your side unconditionally. If you need my help with anything, just say the word." "What decision were you guys talking about?" Ethan walked over to me the second Haley left. He still had that breezy, unbothered look on his face, as if that humiliating little scene earlier had never even happened. "You two seemed deep in conversation." He reached out to put his arm around my shoulder out of habit, but I shifted slightly, quietly dodging the affectionate gesture. "It's nothing." He didn't seem to notice my distance. He chuckled softly, using his usual coaxing tone. "Are you still mad about the bouquet? Chloe did catch it first, after all. She's a young girl. Of course she romanticizes weddings. She just wanted to share in the joy. Didn't we agree to wait for the next one?" He leaned in close, lightly brushing his fingers through my hair, comforting me with all the patience in the world. "Why let Haley's bouquet get to you? When we get married, I'll get you much nicer ones, as many as you want." I quietly balled my hands into fists, looked up right into his eyes and said clearly, "Then can we get married this month?" Haley and I made a pact when we were kids. Whoever got married first, the other would tie the knot right after, so we could be each other's bridesmaids and witness each